So we are back. We are on going back to the captain here. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so let's check out my stats here. I just unlocked another virtue slot, so that's sweet. Okay. What do I want here for my fourth slot? And then we'll do a quick recap here. I do like resistance and income and healing. Discipline's good, armor value. Vitality and armor value. In combat morale regen. I like that. Physical mitigation and resistance rating. Let's do innocence because physical and tactical mitigation. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's roll this daily gift here. Okay, so we can start working on some innocence here. Am I stuck in here? I've got my weapon out for some reason.
Now let the fun begin, let us sing together.
Okay, so last time we were playing, I had done a couple quests just around Bree, but I really just focused on Adzo's camp. And I had killed a couple brigands over here, I had gotten some materials, I had gotten some bear pelts and some wolf pelts for this Adzo's camp, and then I defeated a general over here so they would be safe and they can be safe from all those people who are trying to stop them from building their little settlement. Um, then, secondly, I finally got into the old forest, which is just kind of a mazy labyrinth of kind of craziness. There's a lot of spiders and old willows, and I had to do a couple small missions in here, but now we're back on the book quest, and there we go. And we had to go and find Tom Bombadil to see where, if he knows where the Fellowship is at. And so let me just make this a little bit bigger here so we can read it. So we have to collect some lilies for the river, from the river here, and he wants us to go near Old Man Willow. So let's start off with that and then see where this rest of this quest takes us here. I think Old Man Willow is down here. Yeah, Old Man Willow, that should be him right there. go bring those back to Tom. It's a cute little bridge there. Get just a sip of water here before we can continue into Tom's house.
Ring a dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Lily's white for the river, daughter. Stronger than hobbit folk you are, if you outsang Willow Man. Not a lily crush, nor leaf bent. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds, and none too soon. If you seek them out, then you seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass.
Come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
Blackbirds flittered and fluttered, skipping among the branches. They came to rest where the restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir when they should be sleeping. Go north up the path and follow the old barrows road, then south within the barrows wall, along the forest eaves. Hey, Dole, merry Dole, and there you'll find them. Watch for the lady, dearie. Now, hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-going a-leaping. So we had to define and defeat the Kraben and their master, which is probably in the Barrow-downs here. Oh, here we go. I can finally get this wolf pelts thing done. There. Now we can bring those wolf pelts back to Adzo's camp. Okay, so I think we gotta get into the Barrow-downs now. Yep. Coming into the Barrows. And also last time I got my crafting up to journeyman, so I could get these barrow irons while I'm here questing and whatnot. So that'll be good. I know that there is this Kraben and its master that we have to go find down here, but I do want to grab these quests because we're going to be questing in here a lot here shortly, so I might as well grab them while they're here.
And have some tea.
I came here to find my missing daughter, Lelia. I'm terribly worried about her, you see. She's been going on about the last prince and the one Mr. Butterbur's tales. It's one of his better ones, that's for sure, but I'd say the tale isn't quite the truth of it. Lelia has been going on for a long while, I fear. She came here to the Barrow-downs in search of this prince of hers. I came here in search of my daughter, and now I'm lost myself. In the tale, the last prince's barrow is between the northern barrow and the dead spire by a large stone. If I could, I would, but start searching there. So we gotta find Bob's daughter.
Could I speak with you a moment?
While we pushed through the fiends and the fog, we lost a few people. Some headed deeper into the mists of the Barrow-downs, and we hope they survived to reach the safe location in the south. Others were stricken with terrible pox. One of these men was not as ill as the others, but being sick, he offered to take word back to Bree requesting help. I fear that the disease comes from the crawlers and rats infested this land. If this is true, then we shall need to clear a path through the Barrow-downs so we have a safe path out. If you are willing, please kill these creatures, but be wary. Their bites and even their flesh may cause some vile illness or disease.
Would you do something for me?
Before my journey here to the Barrow-downs, I did some reading to learn about the area. I learned about the barrows of 3 men of Cardolian, Seradan, Oran, and Ringdor. I would surely like to have found... Hello, random person. I would surely like to have found some evidence to keep of my journey to those places. Try digging at the entrances of those barrows, and I believe they lie in the northeast area of the Barrow-downs. Here, take this pickaxe. The tip has been blunted, so your digging shouldn't cause any damage to any lore fragments you uncover. Alright, so we have to go dig up some lore fragments by some crypts. And Tolbund, the Leafcutter, has another quest for us.
Greetings, friend.
It's junk. Okay.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Sure, I'll help you. I've lived a long time here in Bree-land, but in my long life I've never taken the time to learn the land's history. Now, near the end of my days, I found I wanted to know what came before. I joined this trip to the Barrow-downs with hopes of finding some keepsakes or to take some rubbings, but it seems the Barrow-downs had a design of their own. I remember tromping over the hill as a lad and seeing that some of the barrows had fallen into ruin. I remember lots of broken stones covered in rune letters littering the ground, especially near the dead spire. I wanted a few of those stones for my own. Are you interested in bringing me, say, 3 of the stone fragments near the dead spire? Perhaps we can both learn a bit of history. Alright, so we gotta go find some stone fragments.
Stay a moment.
Alright, the constables warned us of reports of evil swelling and pouring out of the Barrow-downs. It appears we should have listened. Here we are now, holed up in this hollow, with the foreboding forest at our west, and unknown terrors at our east. Perhaps it is fortune that brings you here. We are in dire need of aid, and it seems that your arrival is providence. It seems that this passage of some shadow has stirred this land and surrounded it in evil. We have set ourselves here, but while here, it would be good to help the folk of Bree. Please, if you would, hunt down the fiendish wights dwelling now in these barrows. You can do that.
Stay a moment.
Alright. In all my years of heading into these haunted lands, never have I seen anything like this. You must trust me, my friend. I would never have taken folk into the Barrow-downs had I known what walked in here now. We shielded them as best we could, but the fright is still too much to ignore. It is the howling of the Barrowgists. It will drive us mad if we cannot quell it. Would you please help us kill these beasts, these terrors, so that we might have some rest to regain our strength for return to Bree? Alright, so we gotta kill a few things while we're here, dig up a few fragments and gather some stones, as well as try to find Bob's daughter Lalia. Alright. I'm just gonna start walking because we gotta kill a lot of these things. gather a couple of these guys up here. Is back there, but we gotta look for these crypts, and this Craven Master is somewhere over there. Lots to do in the Barrow-downs. Another Bargus there. Start walking towards this Craven Master and whatnot. Oh yeah, there he is. He's over here. Fool, did you think that my pets would not learn that the ring travels east of the lands of the Hobbit? You have failed utterly. When the Master of the Nine returns, you shall learn this. defeated Andres. Okay. So, gotta go talk to Tom Bombadil at his house. Gotta defeat a lot of these crazy enemies here. Silver. Okay, let's... There we go. It's a little bit easier to gather them all up like that. Alright, we got one lore fragment there. Just gotta kind of head back up this way. Grab a couple more. You should be fine. another lore fragment. We're killing things along the way. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Where's the lore fragments that we gotta collect? Okay, that one. Okay, we gotta get a couple more crawlers. Couple more crawlers or rats. Alright, so we gotta go find that guy's daughter now. Let me Bargus. Okay. There's a deed with the Bargus, but let's okay, there's Lalia. Alright.
Dear me, please don't leave yet.
Okay. We found her.
Mercy
Okay.
me, will you hear me out?
I came here to find the last prince like Mr. Butterbird talks about in his stories. I was gonna find him and then be with him forever and be his princess. But he wasn't here to be found. There's just all these skeletons and bones and walking dead. It isn't nice to go misleading young hobbits like that. When you are ready to go, could you help me get back to my home to Bree? I couldn't leave before, but now with a strong warrior like you here, I'm sure I can get home safely. Oh, and I lost my cloak. I simply must find it, or Dad will yell at me or something terrible. Alright. Something is amiss here. Here's my cloak, right where I left it. Oh, good. I'm not sure, but this looks like the way I came in. It's so foggy. I hope I'm not lost. Jeez, I can't keep up with that chick. Alright. Here's the entrance. We're almost there. She sounds like a little baby. That'll show you for scaring me. Alright. Alright, the body is cold to the touch, but the wounds appear fresh, though the lack of blood surrounding the man's body is disturbing. In his hand, the man clutches a note. His position and a trail of disturbed earth makes it appear that he traveled through the gloom of the Barrow-downs to reach this point. The note is chewed and crumpled, and the only legible words are, "Between the old forest and the northern barrows. Send help." Alright. Alright, so we can go back towards the old forest entrance, towards Bob, and tell him that we got his daughter back to safety. And we can go back to Tom Bombadil. Bum 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 bum. Want to get this Barrow-down deposit. Alright. Let's talk to Reginald here.
What do you need?
Well done. You have helped us greatly, friend. Perhaps you could do a little more for us. Of course. It's not anything I need, but it's okay.
What do you need?
Yes, I heard their howls turn to barks, then whimpers. If you have done well, we will enjoy the respite your actions have earned us. Alright.
Greetings, friend.
I am relieved you have returned. I was wondering I'd sent you to your death. Now, let me look at your lore fragments you have brought back. These parchments are troubling. They appear to have been written by men of Cardolan. They speak of the kingdom falling into ruin, and those that remained falling victim to the Great Plague. But that is all. This does not answer, though, why such fell creatures came to the Barrow-downs. I fear these fragments have only yielded more questions and few answers.
Greetings, friend.
What? Fell creatures attacked you as you tried to gather these stones? I had not seen them. The guides kept us well shielded from whatever it was that was attacking them. I'm glad you fared so well, friend. Well, these ruins reveal nothing new. Each stone gives a bit of an account of the man who was buried there. There is nothing to reveal why these terrible creatures have taken up in those barrows. This is quite a mystery.
Could I speak with you a moment?
It seems that this may not be the first time such terror has plagued these lands. The bits of parchment you recovered lead me to believe that two brothers fought to recover a great treasure of Cardolan and brought it here to the northern Barrow-downs. The lore fragments you brought me mentioned a forest named Othrongroth. The men of Cardolan took many of those who fell sick to the plague there. The ruins of that fortress still stand today in the south. It is from here that a terror rose and cursed the brothers for their theft. If you are willing, you may seek the treasure or the history of that treasure in the northern Barrow-downs, not far from here to the east. Perhaps we can learn more about these men and how to stave this evil from spreading beyond the bounds of the Barrow-downs.
How can I
Okay.
be of service?
Don't need those. Uh, Anything here that's just junk? Bloodstones. That's not bad, actually. Let's equip that. It's the same exact thing I have, except I can do +1 damage to beasts. Javelin I can't use. That's junk. Don't really need those. skins, amethysts, umbar clouds. Okay. Let me just resort these things here. I don't need that bracelet.
What can I do for you?
I don't need that bracelet or the hatchet anymore. The weapon, there it is. Alright. Let's just use those because I never need them. Let's just eat a couple of these. Snacks. And I thought I sold that javelin.
How
heck?
can I be of service?
There. Okay, let's go talk back to Bob. Let's go back and talk to Sal and Bob here.
What can I do for you?
You have our thanks. When we make ready to move out of this accursed place, we will need as much of the area clear as possible. These folk are not as used to well traveling as those of us who spend our lives on the road. We shall need every advantage we have available to prevent the loss of more lives. Alright. Got another level. We are all the way up to level 19. That is wild. I kind of want to fill out the rest of this top part here, so let's just do that, I guess. Doesn't really matter. We're not really running into anything that's crazy tough. Okay.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Our forces were split when we entered the Barrow-downs, and were set upon by whites, Bargus, and all other manner of fell creature here. Some followed myself, while others headed south. There is a place where the hill rises high and separates the southern Barrow-downs from the northern Barrow-downs. It is called Dead Man's Perch, and I pray that the name does not hold true. It overlooks southern Bree and is a flat area that we have oft camped at. If necessary, I pray you find others there. Alright, so we have to search Dead Man's Perch. And we can tell him that we escorted his daughter safely
Hello
here.
there.
Oh, that is a relief. It seems I know my daughter well. She actually had gone after that last prince of hers. Well, maybe she's learned her lesson and won't be so foolish in the future. I know I will certainly never come here again. I do hope I can survive her tweens. Maybe then she'll get some hobbit sense. Maybe. I guess I can use shields now. Let me just take this cloak here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
You came here instead of seeking Barleymen and the Watchers? Oh, this is a fine mess. I'll not forgive Barleyman soon for the tale he spun for my Lelia. If you have arrived to assist us, then I am pleased to see you. Just concerned that you may be capable to lead us out of this terrible place. Well, Bob, I did a lot more than just sit on my ass at a campfire. Okay, let's go talk to Tom Bombadil and see what else he has for us. We defeated the Kraben Master and the Kraben, so we stopped them from sending any kind of message to Sauron of the Fellowship. So we bide them time.
Ring-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Ho there, stay a while, or are you still hurried? Othrongroth, you say? That's a dark place full of dark wights, and you've no need of going. If you must, you must, and I'll not be staying you. Very well, come closer and I'll be telling you. Alright, what he's got here? He's got a sword and a club that I'm not too keen on, but let's see. What does agility give us here? Increases critical rating. Okay. And parry rating. Well, then I might take it.
Come, Derry Dole, can you hear me singing?
The Great Barrow is not a place for weak hearts or frail limbs. Wicked wights and evil lords make merry in their terror. They've never caught old Tom, and never they will. He's the master. If you be a goin', Tom will take you. Alright. Let's go to this instance.
Ring-a-dong, hop along, follow the willow.
Well, my merry fellow, ready to go leap a skip in the barrows? Skip along, we'll sing a song that'll make the dark ones rattle. Alright.
An unholy alliance is forged within the depths of Othrongroth, the Great Barrow, a sinister pact which could spell doom for Eriador.
Okay. I gotta go to the entrance of the Great Barrow. Which is over here. Come, Skogrim. I love this place. Come on, boys, let's cleave them in twain. Da, 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 da. All right. Let's see. I always like running in here and filling out the little mini map. these dour hands are here helping Skogrim. Boom. I can't be defeated. Stay back. Skogrim promised, he said, wouldn't be defeated. Ivar awaits us. Alright, we just got a deed done. Alright, got a couple more Locho points for that White Slayer deed. here's the big incense room. Arvel, we shall need of your ward in the east. Gogrum, your doors should focus their efforts in the north and east. Our plans in the south are reaching fruition. Fools, I shall suffer your presence no longer. You have hounded my steps for too long, and now the dead shall take you. Sambrog, the White Lord. Greetings, fool. If thou seek an audience, thou may approach. Well met. My master sends thee greetings. I grant thee the boon of the audience before I kill thee. Thou seemed desirous of a certain knowledge, so I will give it to thee. For the dead speak not. The white crackles. My master seeks a great power for the Dark Lord, but the Dark Lord has more designs than this. The pale dwarf shall go to the north and gather an army in the name of Angmar and the Witch King. The gaunt one, a great power himself, and to whom I owe this form, goes to the east. There, in Agamar, he shall be awakened the power that lies sleeping in the waters. With her under his command, the skies will turn into blood, and all shall despair. Now, thine audience comes to an end. Thy death awaits thee. You could not defeat me. Thou could not defeat me. Wait, it cannot be. Tom Bombadil. What you be doing thinking? Dead men should not be waking. Boom. Vanish into sunlight and leave your barrows behind. Was it worth the trouble? Did you learn your lesson? Leave the dead to sleep their dreamless sleep and walk yourselves upon the green grass under the sun. Come now, my merry friends, warm fire is awaiting.
Saruman the White has become the jailer of Mordor. It was he who orchestrated my capture and imprisoned me atop Orthanc. Why here the Windlord came to my rescue and saved me from this accursed tower. All would have been lost if Strider hadn't found Frodo and the hobbits.
Oh now, good day, merry friends.
Ponderidol, can you hear me singing?
Definitely gonna take this axe here. The darkness is behind us in that dank and dreary tomb. We'll make our way back into the light and feel the sun on our faces once more.
Come, Derry Dole, can you hear me
Old
singing?
Barrow-waits from Angmar came. They disturb the peace and trouble folk who wander through their mounds. Let the dead sleep and leave their troubles in the earth, unless, of course, you want to wake them, dancing on their rooftops. Hey, come, my friend, linger here no longer. To Bree you should be a-going. You've a friend there who waits for you. Alright, so we helped Tom Bombadil, and we helped her. Tom Bombadil helped us find out what's going on with Skogrim and the Witch King of Angmar, and what they're up to. So, yeah. What else can I say? I think we need to go. Let's finish up a couple of these quests. I can't wear that quite yet. I kind of need to go back to. Let's see. I do need to go back to Edso's camp. And I kind of need to dump some of these things off here. Maybe we should go to Black to the Prancing Pony. And then I can go and just kind of empty my bags and whatnot. Let's do that. And I'll come back. I'll come back to the Barrow-downs because we're not done in the Barrow-downs. We're not done by a long shot. Still quite a few quests here. And Strider's room is right there. Strider's room is locked. By Durin's beard, there are dark times afoot, mark my words. Oh, hello there. I was so busy I didn't see you. But there's never a moment's peace here, if I may say so. I was so worried that he'd sour my beer for letting Mr. Underhill and his friends go off with that ranger. He who... Oh, why would be... Well, that would be Mr. Gandalf, of course. They say he's a wizard of some such, and I'll say there he must be some of those tales, for my beer's never been better. He was so pleased. Begging your pardon, but I do run on sometimes. Gandalf said to send anyone looking for Strider up to his room. It's up the stairs, just beyond Strider's room. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What? I thought there's that club there I don't need. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. And what else? There's a cloak here. And I think that's it. Alright, we're finally seeing Gandalf.
Why do you disturb me?
You are lost, or seek me with intent. By the look in your eye, I gather the latter. Though I also sense you sought another strider, perhaps? Then we have both come too late. Our mutual friend has left, bearing with him a terrible burden. I am Gandalf the Grey, a friend of Strider's. If he set you to a task, I could not be much less urgent than his own. Tell me your tale, and I will deliver it to him. So, Angmar arises. It is grim news, but I am not surprised. Nevertheless, I cannot turn aside from my own task, for the fate of all Middle-earth hangs upon it. This burden I place upon you in the name of the free peoples of Middle-earth. Hinder the Witch King's plans, if you may, whether east or north. I bid you good fortune, and farewell.
I need your assistance.
Alright. So we are getting into book 2 now. Let's see. Alright, we are finally into book 2. You have done much for the good. Wow, okay. You have done much good for the people of Bree-land, but the shadow of Angmar spreads far and wide. I have learned from Gwaihir, the Wind Lord, that another of my order has found corruption in the lowlands east of Bree. It may even be related to the dangers you encountered in the Great Barrow. Unfortunately, Radagast is given to wandering and will be difficult to find. I would ask that you enlist the assistance of the Rangers in finding his location. There is one here in Bree-land, Seradan, who will be able to aid you. Head out of Bree through the west gate and turn north along the Greenway. Seek Seradan at his cabin on the east side of the Greenway crossing from Thornley's worksite. Okay, so we do have to go talk to him anyways for that note we found. Yay, so we got the first book done. It's pretty sweet. Alright. Okay. So I'm gonna put a halt on the book quest for right now, because we're a little underleveled, and I want to kind of finish things up here around Bree that I need to, well, to finish really. And then book 2 is gonna help us get into the Lonelands, and I'm not ready to go into the Lonelands quite yet. Oh, I did want to get into the task board here real quick. I want to go to the task board and I wanted to go to the crafting hall. Glistening filth. pitted fingers. Blackened carapaces. Blackened filth. Blackened sword sheaths. And broken hatchets, sword sheaths. Jagged claws here. I think that was 5.
What do you need? How can I be of service? What do you need? What do you need? What can I do for
Oh,
you?
lots of things. Alright. Got the task at hand done. Bring the wolf pelts to Hawkling, Seradan's call. Let's undo that here. Those two. Okay. Good freaking deal.
How can I be of service?
Alright, let's check out this recipe here. Don't have woodworker or jeweler. None of these scholar scrolls. I do have weaponsmith things, but I need to get those processed and going. Da, da, da. Kind of need a few more of those things to get through my metalsmithing. And then I could get into master level. Like, these would probably last me a while, but let's just hold off on that for right now. I think if I get another few more quests in the Barrow-down, then I can get a lot of barrow iron ore and ingots and whatnot. Let's see. That's metalsmith and whetstones. Those are agates. Ba-da-da. Don't want to use that quite yet. Need to sell all those things. Hondir is my jeweler. For scholar things. silver, jeweler, jeweler. Alright. And Honthras is my hunter. He's got resin and woodworker scrolls. And then Altair is my scholar. I guess I'm just gonna give him that cook thing. I'm not sure who needs it. Dandrek is my tailor. He wants that tailor's scroll there. And I don't know who my cook is. Let me just look here real quick. Oh, Hunter is a cook. Okay. I didn't realize he was a cook. Okay. Now I can sell most of these things. Let's see.
Greetings.
Ba-da-da. Alright, clearing out bag space. Let's just check to see if there's
How
any
can I be of service?
cheap things on the Auk House here real quick. Crafting, components. think I might have bought the same thing a couple times.
Greetings, friend.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so yeah, we gotta go back to the Barrow-downs, and then we have to go to Adso's camp real quick, and then to the work site too. So just a few things we gotta do. But I love the Bree-fields. It's so peaceful and fun. Alright, Seradan's cabin. Oh.
What can I do for you?
It is good to finally meet you, Darethil. Your efforts in these lands restore hope where it was most needed. I only hope that we can lean upon you for more assistance. We must work diligently to undo the harm that has been wrought on these lands. I pray that we are not too late in beginning our efforts.
What do you need?
Your reputation precedes you. We are well aware of your efforts here in Bree-land and abroad. We, the Rangers of the North, thank you for all you have done. I wonder, though, are you willing to aid us evermore? Are you willing to stand against the foes that have long risen up against the men of Middle-earth, threatening to tear us out by our roots and make this world over in grim visage of evil? I think you are willing and able. It is for this reason I ask you to make your way north along the Greenway to the place where the pass cuts towards the eastern hills. There, in the ruins of the Greenway Fort, you will find one of my brethren. His latest reports tell me of a great danger growing out of the north, and he is in need of much assistance.
Greetings.
The Thornleys farmers and workers of these lands for many generations have been spared. Much danger from the brigands' world has reached me, however, that the patriarch of the family has gone missing as we went to deal with the foes of the north. If you are willing, I would ask that you visit Rose Thornley to the west of her home and ask after the well-being of her husband. So he's got the start of the second book quest, but I'm gonna have to come back here and talk to him and get that later, because I don't want to go too far ahead. Oh, oh, she's over here.
You startled me.
Rob has gone missing? But how do you know this? Are you the one of those southerners looking to steal this place? You'll find that we're harder than the land we live on. No, you are not, are you? Sent by the Rangers? Never did trust them much, sulking about in the cover of night, never talking proper like, but I must admit, a feeling of gratitude lately. Leastwise, since Rob's gone missing. Rob went out with his father. Rob went out with his father's sword, trying to scare off those brutish men from the north. He left a few days back and has yet to come home. I am running out of excuses to tell the workers. Please, will you find him? An adult bear. I want these barrow iron. There's Dandrek.
What can I do for you?
Seradan is a man of his word, as I am. Your arrival comes at a critical moment. There is much work to do, and too few of us here to complete all that must be done. Perhaps we will slow the progress of this foe by our combined efforts. This at least is a good hope you have to have.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I have been watching the movement of orcs crossing into Bree-land from the North-downs, and I fear that before we move to assist those besieged in the North-downs, we must first strengthen the borders here. I have seen the orcs making their way south through the pass near Trestlebridge to small encampments on the east side of the Greenway. It is there I must first send you to fight back the enemy that lay them low. You will find the orcs north of this location to the east of the Greenway. Return to me when this deed is complete.
Stay a moment.
Though it brings me no pleasure, I hope that you find nothing in your investigations. I must ask you to complete a Grimsley task while you purge the orcs of Bree-land. The orcs have come down from the North Downs, and the simplest trail for them to follow will have been through the beleaguered town of Trestlebridge. I would ask that you search the orcs you fell for signs of struggle against the people of the North-downs in the form of cloth made by men. Should you find anything of the sort, return it to me here by my post. Okay. So we gotta go kill a couple orcs. Alright, we're gonna go talk to Hextus or at his farm. I think this is just for the riding skill, but we already have it, so. Plus we can get his stable, which we need. Where is this guy? Is he in the house? Oh, here he is, Eogar.
Greetings.
A letter you found then. Excellent news, and even more excellent that you are here. I am Eogor, master of horses here at Heg-Sisser Farms, and I will tell you that there are no finer horses in all of Bree-land. I supply my horses to all stables far and wide. There are none better save for those of my homeland Rohan. You have already used one of the horses, so you are aware of how good they are, but I now wonder, are you willing to own such a fine specimen, I wonder? If you wish to own a mount, you can visit the Luster store and purchase the riding skill at level 20. Subscribers can return to Hex's Farm to unlock the skill through an in-game quest. Free accounts must purchase the riding skill. Blah 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 blah. We already got that.
Greetings.
Sweet. Okay.
Greetings. How may I help you?
I can always come back here and do these quests. I don't want to do them right now. There's so many quests to do in this game. Alright. Next we got to... Oh, Cardolan's there, Edso's camp, Orc Riders, Signs. Okay, let's just head that way, I guess. And I got that stable, didn't I? Yes. are these guys? They're up here somewhere. Oh, here they go. And healing. Alright, we got Rob.
What is this
Well, at
world
last,
coming
we
to?
must get out of here quickly.
Stay and hear me out.
Please, you must help me. These orcs captured me while I was away from my farm on business. Please help me escape. Alright. That went pretty quickly. I don't really know how many times I've been up in this area before. Bum 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 bum. Really? Alright, we gotta go talk to Dandrek and turn these quests in. Tell him that we purged out the orcs, got some cloth,
What can I do for you?
The number of orcs pushing through Trestlebridge and other area abutting the North Downs is disconcerting. We must not allow them to move beyond their current position. We must do everything possible to end this threat here and now.
How can I be of service?
This find leaves me more concerned than before. Still, our focus must remain here in Bree-land. There are lives to save here as well as in the north, and we must establish at least one bulwark against the orcs. Thank you for doing this, Darethil.
Would you do something for me?
The outriders you dispatched were only the first of many foes that made their way into Bree-land from the North Downs. I had hoped that the message you delivered would have been clear enough to force some of the orcs backwards the north. But they have organized well and built out a fort upon the western side of the Greenway. We need to drive them out of that area as quickly as possible. You will need to travel north again, I fear, this time crossing the Greenway and searching for the orc encampment called Kirith Nuer. Strike at the heart of the orc forces there, and we may yet break their will.
Could I speak with you a moment?
If we are to investigate Kirith Nuer, then we should also do what we can about recovering the many supplies that the orcs have received from raids and from the corrupt men who aim to assist them. You are sure to find these supplies neatly tucked away in crates, packed far differently than orcs would pack their provisions while marauding through the countryside. Collect these supplies and I will see that they are restored to the men of Bree and Trestlebridge. I figured we had to go back up there. Let's just go talk to the that lady and tell her that we got robbed back. She's right there.
What do you need?
I'm so thankful you rescued Rob. He's resting now, but he has asked me to reward you. He also asks for something more.
I don't know if you can help me.
Rob is resting now and recovering nicely thanks to you, but he asks another favor of you. He said he can't sleep thinking about the accursed orcs that ambushed him up the Greenway. When he was captured, he said a large orc came over to torment him from a camp to the west from where he was being held. The one behind a wooden stockade. He says the other orcs call this monster the Red Reaver. Rob says he must have his revenge on the Red Reaver and will gladly give you coins he can spare if you can put him to heel. Now I can't say as I like all this bloodshed, but it sounds right dangerous to me. But if you'll show that horrible monster who tortured Rob a thing or two, I guess you surely deserve a reward. Alright. Alright, let's go up in that orc encampment and do a couple of these quests and kind of clean them out over there. There's another one right here. And I guess there's quests over here?
Could I speak with you a moment?
Greetings, Fred. Did the missus send you over to talk to me? I've told her time and time again, Mr. Thorley too. The horses will get spooked if we bring them in what goes on here at night. There are wolves all about these lands, and they've gotten a den to the west where the Brandy Hills begin to rise in the distance. Until we thin the number of wolves, we cannot risk the horses being moved here. If we thin their number, I think we can bring out the horses out here to the farm. I'll even pay to get the help we need. Are you interested?
Stay a moment.
The others are concerned about the carnivores stalking about these lands, but I'm worried about the boars. They are certainly capable of eating me, but it is their bedding habits that concern me. The number of boars in these lands is enough to trample down the surrounding fields and destroy the food supply we need for the animals. It is for the reason that I would ask you to hunt these boars. Will you help? Sure. Can buff out those scratches. And then another guy, another quest chain.
How can I be of service? Would you do something
I
for
gotta
me?
go defeat some bears and boars and wolves. Have you seen these bears around here? They stumble so close to the farm that both day and night I think they're either growing tame or worse. If they continue to come closer to the farm, then it is possible they will attack, and if we put the horses in their stable before then, well, then Thornley will certainly lose much. If you are willing, I can help offer up some coin for thinning out the bears around the area. You will find the bears I'm speaking of roaming about from the old Greenway Fort in the east through the Brandywine Hills in the west. Return to me when you have culled this lot. Well, I'm gonna make my way north to that camp and just kill things on the way up there. And I thought there was something else to harvest over here. There's so many quests in Bree, it's insane. I do like it though. I do like Bree. There's a bear den over there and a wolf den. But I want to clear out these orcs first. Oops. Are there bears in here? There are orcs. Never mind. Okay, gotta feed a couple more orcses here. Ooh, jeez Louise. Alright. Got to level 20. What is this? Escape from darkness. Revives a dead ally in combat. Nice. And then cleanse corrupt. Removes corruptions from the target. And then kick. A melee attack that interrupts enemy inductions. And then more heals. Revives a dead ally, non-combat. Revives with 50% morale. Target revives with 40% morale. If with revival, you have been revived duration 30 seconds. Sick. I just got like 4 or 5 brand new skills here. Routing cry. Okay. Here's the supply crates. So many quests to do here. Just nuts. How do I get a bleeding effect when he hasn't even touched me yet? Doesn't make any sense. just gather these guys up here. Alright. Boars. We gotta go find boars. Bears. There's a bajillion wolves here. Okay, I gotta find boars and return to this guy. Boars, 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 boars. There's one.
How can I be of service?
A cave was carved into the face of the cliffside, you say? It all makes sense now, Darethil. That must be where Fenny is headed.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Your efforts in the south yielded information about Bill Fernie, a man of Bree with terrible and self-serving ideals. Fernie was working to assist the brigands loyal to Sharky to join with the Tarkip orcs coming from the north. Such an alliance would pinch the resources to Bree-land from both sides and spell certain doom for her people. Your effort here in the north have done much to assist us in seeing that the orcs are broken and their strength diminished. Your recent discovery of a cave built into a cliff face at Kirith Nur leads me to believe that the cave will serve a terrible purpose, a place for Fernie to meet with the orc leaders and facilitate the arrangement to further invade Bree.
What do you need?
Recovering this much from the orcs will surely help alleviate much of the suffering that Bree and Trestlebridge have felt from their encroachment into their territories. I thank you much for your efforts. How am I not kindred with Bree yet? Like, I have done 150 quests here already. This is insane. There's gotta be like a den of them somewhere around here. A boar den. that a boar? There's gotta be some boars around here somewhere. This is taking too long. Is that the Hexeter Farms? Yeah. Where are these stupid boars at?
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
Rob will be so happy to hear you've done away with that beast of an orc, and I thank you two for making the Greenway a safer place. Please accept this reward from both of us. Right. Where are these boars at, my dude? Hey. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're sweet. Okay. Mmm. Num nums. Oh my god, there's another boar. finally got through these quests.
How can I be of service?
You did well, and I did make a promise to offer to pay, but I cannot say I'm willing to bring those horses here yet. Look around, see them out. They're bears. I think they're truly the greatest threat we face here, really, in Bree-land. I surely do.
What do you need?
Greetings.
Good. With fewer boars milling around, there will be more opportunity to feed the animals that we move on to the worksite soon. Alright.
What can I do for
It's
you?
good to know that the number of wolves have been reduced. Still, these hills seem to be crawling with wildlife, not usually seen this close to inhabited land. There must be something that has spooked them all. Okay. Alright, this is an excellent place to stop. We've got to go find the cave in the north there. We have a couple of more things to do in the Barrow-downs, and completing these quests will get us further to book 2. So we will stop there. So thank you all for watching, and you have a great day.